what I wanted to talk to, well, this is going to be a question for both of you guys. I did put it in the chat. I don't know if you guys thought about it at all, but I'm still going to ask you. I want to know what you guys think, because we were reading articles. We'd find this article like top 3 things the Cowboys have to do to win this game. And I thought even if we just thought about it on the spot, our takes might be a little bit better than some of the articles. Not bashing any of the articles, but they were kind of, So I'm just going to ask you guys.
Hey, were they?
Yeah, they were. I was going to ask you guys each just to give one take that what you think the Cowboys have to do, if it be at one player or a coach, whatever it is, one absolute thing the Cowboys must do to be able to walk away beating the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, so I'll just hop right in. Mine was going to be similar to what they're already talking about.
Jalen Hurts
is QB spy Jalen Hurts.
So we're all on the same page. What's chat saying then about it? Because I do have some stats for that.
Cowboys need to spy on him every play and not let him pretend to be Lamar Jackson with the ball.
Well, this is the issue. So we've watched every play so far of the Dallas Cowboys in preseason football and obviously every regular season game. One of the glaring holes on our defense has been when we do get that initial rush, that the quarterbacks have found a little bit of room to squeeze out and get some yards. Daniel Jones rushed for 79 yards against the Cowboys. Burrow didn't go as much, but there was, I'd say, 4 or 5 plays where he scrambled out and picked up big chunks on third down. We were kind of nervous what would happen when we do go and play a guy like Jalen Hurts, who is able to let's not lie, he's pretty much their running back. Like, he's their RB1. Miles Sanders is a decent running back, but Jalen Hurts is kind of, the offense goes through them running the ball and throwing the ball.
So you asked what is chat saying about that. So you're about to say, so this is what chat's saying based on what you're talking about. Donovan Wilson probably going to be the spy as he did week 3 versus White Lightning. The number one thing, we have to make their offensive line look average or below average. That's their strength. It takes, and you keep A.J. Brown-Smith on lockdown if they can do it. So Jalen Hurts is the biggest threat. He's the strongest kind of team. So sorry, I thought they were telling us what we needed to do. They're also just chiming in. We'll get back to it.
You got to rush. This is what you got to do. You got to rush 4 guys.
Yep.
Instead of bringing that 5th guy, you can kind of have him come down. And if it's, like Chat said, Donald Wilson playing spy, or if it's a linebacker like Micah Parsons possibly playing spy, but you have to have a guy that's number one job is to make sure that he does not get out of the pocket. We need to force him to step up in the pocket. Like the DNs have to do what they're doing. D-Law and Fowler and Dorrance Armstrong, those guys have to basically force Jalen Hurts inside, and then you need to either, when he tries to break out, you have to have a guy spying him, ready to get up there and take him down.
Who do you make the spy? If right now in Madden you're spying Jalen Hurts, who are you spying on him?
Is Micah blitzing or not blitzing?
Oh, I think it's going to be switch it up. I wouldn't have one player on.
You're going to switch it, but if you that's a great idea. But guys, like they said in chat, Donovan Wilson, or obviously a Micah Parsons.
Oh yeah, sure.
Those are the guys that you're going to do. Dan Quinn's, like, if we're thinking of this, Garen fucking Dan Quinn is already thought about this.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't make it a huge part of their game going against Daniel Jones because they thought, okay, if Daniel Jones wants to run 15 yards against us on a play, whatever, right? But Jalen Hurts, he has 6 rushing touchdowns. He only has 4 passing touchdowns. So that is a big part of their game.
And here's something that I think is a little bit different than what you said, but it does include involving Hurts. I say, when I look at the stats here right in front of me just now, the opponents have had a much better chance at rushing the ball versus passing the ball. Take that for what it is. So, and with how our offense is, I think it's a perfect time to just really continue to push that rushing game even more so, perhaps. And not only that, it's to eat up the clock. On the defensive side for the Cowboys, I would want to take away their rushing because of how many touchdowns they got. Maybe that doesn't include Hurts necessarily. I still love the spy idea, but if we're able to say, fine, Hurts, go out there and be the hero and win the game, we're going to take away your running, and now you have to make plays and put the pressure on him to be a quarterback, really test to see if this is who he is. And maybe he's had that. I don't watch Eagles games, so maybe he's had that in the past, but nothing like what the Cowboys can bring at least.
So to play into your that's
the gist of it.
Your take here.
Yeah.
He's thrown 4 touchdowns, 3 of them were against the Commanders. So I'm just giving that to you, kind of
So,
what you're saying.
Exactly. Just challenge him to be the quarterback who everyone says he is, who I don't think he is, and make him make big plays, make him feel that pressure, make him be the one who has to win the football game, essentially, and then use our running game to disrupt their rhythm, to keep the ball in play. Who gives a shit? Like, it doesn't look like teams are getting big plays against them, but if we can average 5 yards per rushing against them, then we can do that. We can literally march down the field on that.
So here's a funny stat, or a good stat, that plays into one of our favorite players.
You said funny?
Trevon Diggs has not played against Jalen Hurts without having an interception. Anytime he's suited up against him, he has recorded an interception.
Even in college?
I don't know.
Jesus, you're having a fucking.
I don't know if
having
it's
a little.
I don't know if it's in college also, but definitely in the NFL when it's Eagles Cowboys.
Right.
Which is sweet. A guy that we haven't had Trevon Diggs have to go against when he's playing against Jalen Hurts is AJ Brown, who we're not going to argue against that guy. The guy's
solid. Solid when he's not fucking injured.
He's a beast. Guy's a beast.
So when we talk about like what we're gonna do, so obviously, like you said, if we're thinking about this stopping Jalen Hurts, like it's not, you could play the Eagles, you're gonna try to stop Jalen Hurts. So I'm curious to see how Micah is gonna be utilized. And someone in the chat said, rush Micah, rush Micah, rush Micah, rush Micah. Like I agree. Maybe you don't have him be the spy. You put the consistent pressure on him right off the gate, right off the bat, just to see. I think you want to punch him in the nose, basically, right out of the gate, and then start to maybe scheme him out a little bit.
You don't have to pick who's going to be the spy.
No, spies just you can have any package.
You have the players. I think that.
Sorry, I guess what I was saying is, don't have Micah play. Have Micah play aggressive. Put the pressure.
Have him blitz.
Have Micah blitz. Have Micah get in there.
You want a combo. You want look from my years of playing Madden in my.
With me, DJ.
Don't fuck with us and don't fuck with chat. You don't play Madden. You simulate.
Oh yeah,
this year. No. I do play a game every year, and I do play about 20.
He is 20. Fun. This is why he's Steven or Jerry Jones. He just manages, coaches, presidents. GM it.
My point is, with what we have on defense, we're lucky that we don't have to like lock in 1 or 2 players. Although I would say that predominantly, I probably want to have Wilson or Curse.
You don't want LVE.
Not LVE or Parsons. Maybe even depending who it is, maybe even or depending the play, maybe even Lawrence.
Yeah.
Coach Law drops back.
Plays a little QB spy.